Question 1. Which equation has the same solution as 8x is 2x plus 12? So 6x is 12. So x is 2. And 6x is 12. So option D. The function k is defined by kx is this. What is the value of k1? So k1 is 3 minus 5 by 2 plus 3 minus 2 by 5. C. When the temperature of water is 25 degrees Celsius, sound travels through the water at a constant speed of about 1500 meters per second. At the same temperature, about how far in meters would sound travel through the water in 15 seconds? Okay, so distance is speed into time. So 1500 meters per second into 15. So 2500 meters. A digital artist resized a rectangular image. The ratio of the length to the width of the image did not change. The width of the new image is 3 times as long as the original width. If L is the length of the original image, which expression represents the length of the new image in terms of L? Okay, so the width of the new image is 3 times the original width. So the length of the new image will also be 3 times the original length because the ratio of the length to the width of the image has not changed. So the original length is L. So new length will be 3L. 11 employees at a company were selected at random to participate in a survey. The survey included a question that asked the participants to rate their work satisfaction on a scale from 1 to 10. The list shows the 11 ratings of the participants. Which of the following is closest to the percentage of participants who gave a rating of 5? So that's 2, right? So 2 out of 11 into 100. So 200 by 11. So 11 ones are 11, 90, 11 eights are 88, 20, 11 ones are 11. So around 18%. What is the ratio of number of participants who gave a rating of 6 or higher to the number of participants who gave a rating lower than 6? Okay. 6 or higher is this one and lower than 6. So this would be 3 and 8, right? 3 lower, 8 higher. So 8 to 3, option B. In Chicago in 1895, Frank Duria won America's first automobile race by driving 52.4 miles in 10 hours and 23 minutes. If he drove at a constant rate, the approximate distance he drove during the race could be modeled by y equal to 5x, where x is the time. Which graph best represents this relationship? So when we plot y equal to 5x, then 5 is the slope. So we need to find a graph with the slope of 5. Okay, so obviously it can't be B because B has a y-intercept, and it can't be C because the slope is negative here. Now, here you can see 10 by 2, 5, 20 by 4, 5. So A looks to be the right answer. And here it is 20 by 2. So here the graph is of y is equal to 10x. So it's not D. A certain soccer field has an area of 7,000 square meters. What is the area in square feet? So 1 square meter is 10.76 square feet. So 7,000 square meter will be 7,000 into 10.76 square feet, right? So let's plug that in. It will actually be something close to 70,000. So the best answer would be option C. The graph shown models a relationship between the distance from Earth to the moon and the time in millions of years after the present. Which of the following equation models this relationship? So this is an upward graph, so the slope has to be positive. So A and B are definitely out. And the y-intercept is positive, so C is also out. So the only possible answer is D. What are all possible solutions to the given equation? If 2x plus 1 whole square is 81, then 2x plus 1 can be plus or minus 9. So 2x can be minus 1 plus or minus 9, which means 2x can be minus 10 and 8. So x can be minus 5 and 4. So B. The scatter plot shows a relationship between two variables. Which of the following is the most appropriate linear model? Okay, most appropriate linear model would be something like this, I guess, right? So I can see that my y-intercept is close to 30, right? So A and B are out. And I can also see that my slope will be negative. So C is also out. So it's D. If 4 times x plus 1 is 16, what is the value of x plus 1? 16 by 4, which is 4. The equation 0.95C plus 0.05N is 8.87, represents the density of a copper zinc alloy, where C is the density in grams per cubic centimeter of copper, N is the density of zinc, and this is the density of the alloy. The density of copper is 8.96 grams per centimeter cube. What is the density of zinc? Okay, so the value of N is the density of zinc, right? So copper is given. So 0.95 into 8.96 plus 0.05 N is 8.87. So 0.05 N is 8.87 minus 0.95 into 8.96. So let's plug that in. 0.95 into 8.96. Okay, and 8.87 minus that. So that's 0.358. So N will be 0.358 divided by 0.05. This divided by 0.05. So that's 7.16. Okay, so that will be option C. The list shown gives the total number of points scored by 7 teams in a curling tournament. The score 30 was recorded in error. If the score of 30 points is removed from the list, which statement best describes the effect on the median and the mean number of points? Okay, so this is 7 teams, right? So if I put them in ascending order, then 30 comes first, and then you have 66, 68, 71, 71, 72, and 76, right? So for these 7 teams, the median will be the fourth one, which is 71. And if this is removed, then for these 6 teams, it's the average of these two, which is still 71. So the median has remained the same. So A and B are out. Now we have the data and we have removed an outlier to the left of the data, right? So the mean would increase because this was pulling the mean down since it's to the left of the data. So the mean would go up while the median would remain the same. Option D. One of the two equations in a system is given. The system has an infinite number of solutions. Which equation could be the other equation? So for the system to have an infinite number of solutions, the two equations should be, as in the second equation, should be a multiple of the first, right? So if I multiply this by 2, I get 4x minus 6y is 10. So that's option A. Points A, B, and C lie on a circle. What is the measure in degrees of arc AC? Okay, so arc AC is this angle theta, right? And theta will be 2 times 55 because angle at the center is twice the angle on the circumference. So that's 110. Which ordered pair is a solution to the given system of inequalities? So let's work with the first one. What is half x plus 4? That is 4 and 2 is less than 4. So yeah, the first is satisfied. And what is minus 2x plus 4? That's also 4 and 2 is not greater. So first is out. Okay, let's do x equal to 1. What is half x plus 4? So that's 4.5 and 0 is less, correct? And what is minus 2x plus 4? That is 2 and 0 is not greater than. So even this one is out. Okay, so we are working with x equal to 1. So 4.5 and 2. So y less than, no, so this is not true. Yeah, so this is out. And then when x is 2, half x plus 4 is 5 and 4 is less than 5. And minus 2x plus 4 is 0 and y is greater than. So D is the answer. The graph of y is equal to fx is shown. What is the graph of y is equal to fx minus 2? So that will just be fx shifted 2 units down. So that means that the y-intercept will be at the origin. Yeah, so that's option C. The gross domestic product of Malta was approximately 250 million US dollars in 1970. From 1970 to 1980, a model indicates the GDP increased by 15% per year compared to the previous year's GDP. Which function represents this model where FT is the estimated GDP and T is the number of years after 1970? So A is P times growth factor to the power T. A is what we have to find. P is the initial amount, which is 250.72. Growth factor is 1 plus R over 100, which is 1.15, since it increases by 15% per year. So this will be 250.72 into 1.15 to the power T, option D. The box plots shown summarize the number of tanker and dry bulk merchant fleets for 18 countries. Which of the following measures must be greater for the number of tanker merchant fleets than for the number of dry bulk merchant fleets? Okay, so median for tanker is definitely greater than for dry bulk because this value is about 160 and this value is 80. So must be greater for the number. So median is true. And range for tanker is 400 minus 20. So range is 380 and range for dry bulk is yeah, this looks like about 300. Yeah, so even the range is greater for the tanker. So both 1 and 2 are greater. Okay, let's grade these first 20 questions. So I have the answers here. Oh, what is this? Yeah, this is no cal. Yeah, this is calculator. So we'll start with the first one. Okay, so it is DCBCB, DCBCB, number 6. BACDB, BACDB 11, DBCDA, DBCDA, and 16. 16 is BDCDC. BDCDC. Okay, great.